Hey, I'm Dr. Gardner, and today I wanted to talk about getting a new dog in your household. I've seen a lot of new puppies and a lot of new rescues lately, and so I just wanted to go through a quick list. Life is full here in my home, so you might hear people in the background, and it is what it is, but we're going to go through our list. So the first thing is, what do you need to have before you bring the dog home? Strongly recommend a harness. It needs to fit well so that it doesn't rub them or irritate them anywhere. You need to have bowls to offer fresh water and food, and I recommend that they not be plastic, so please don't buy plastic. You need to have a bed and a place where they can feel safe and comfortable. Usually I recommend having a room that they can always go into that feels safe and can be quiet for them, especially when you're first bringing them home and introducing them to new people. You want to make sure that you have a leash that fits well and is secure with the harness. Having a first aid kit on hand can be super helpful, and I would include a non-stick pad. This is a Telfa, which can be great. Also, a maxi pad is amazing and awesome, and it comes in this convenient little package, and one side is sticky, so these are great in a pinch for sure. Some kind of gauze square, very helpful. Some kind of wrap. This is vet wrap, but you can get something similar. I don't remember what it's called in human medicine, but some type of wrap. And then you want some kind of wipe, especially if you're getting a puppy, because you might need to wipe their bum from time to time. And then you can use Neosporin, is it upside down, in a pinch as well. So those are good things to have on hand. Also, you can use some kind of cleaner or something like that, but usually I would just do dilute betadine, dilute chlorhexidine, and water. So those are the safest. If you're planning on getting insurance for your pet, I strongly recommend that you start making plans for that before you bring them home. I've seen a lot of pets come through the ER and they haven't completed that process yet, and insurance will not cover anything if they haven't already been approved. Next thing you want to do is dog-proof your house, especially if it's a new puppy. So I recommend you get down on dog eye level and check everything out and see what you can do to improve that area. They will chew on anything that they can get their mouth onto. It is how they explore their world, so you want to be careful with that. Electrical wires and electrical outlets are something that you definitely need to pay attention to, especially around the holidays when we all have lights plugged in. And then trash. So I can't tell you how many dogs I've seen who have eaten condoms, tampons, toilet paper, all of those things, and they can cause terrible obstructions. So please make sure that your trash is secure. Foods that are toxic for dogs. So chocolate, the darker it is, the worse it is. Grapes, never good. Raisins, never good. Onions, not so great. Xylitol. So xylitol is super toxic to dogs, and it's in a lot of toothpaste, especially natural toothpaste. So make sure that your toothbrush and your toothpaste are well away from your pup. Drugs. People, lock up your drugs. Don't let them get into your weed, and don't let them get into your prescription drugs or any other type of medication. It creates a whole bunch of problems, so make sure that they can't get into that. This also includes supplements. So you don't want your dog getting into your vitamins, your herbal supplements, your teas, your tinctures, anything like that. Some extras that you might want to think about are things like a video monitor, or you can just get a baby monitor just so you can keep an eye on them if you're at work or something like that. The other thing is a car seat. So I do recommend getting a car seat for dogs. I think putting them in a crate, depends on the size of the dog and the situation, can sometimes be okay, but I would recommend getting a car seat. I think that they're much better. You should know where your 24-hour emergency vet is, and if possible to establish a relationship with the vet before you get the dog. That is a great idea. If you need to wait until you actually have the dog, then you can set up an appointment and bring them in. Even if they're already fully vaccinated, it's really important to have a good relationship with the vet to start, because then they can be there if you have any questions or concerns. And you can get a hold of some of the food that the dog is currently being fed wherever they're at, so that you can transition them slowly. This can really help reduce vomiting, diarrhea, anorexia, or any type of gastric upset. So I would recommend doing that as well. And when you get the food, transition them as slow as possible over several days to what you're planning on feeding them. Vaccinations. So if you have a rescue dog, you're probably going to get a dog that is fully vaccinated unless it's a puppy, and you want to make sure that you have those vaccine records on hand. If you're getting a new puppy, they may not have all of their vaccines, so it's very important that where there are in their series of vaccinations. So you want to make sure that you don't expose them to dogs that are unvaccinated, or take them to any public locations where there are other dogs till they've had their entire distemper series, and then you don't really want to go letting them run around free in the woods or anything like that until they've had their rabies vaccine, which typically is at 6 months. So I hope all of those things are helpful. I really hope that you do get a new dog because it is the best, most wonderful thing in my life, and they make me so happy, and I think they bring joy and comfort to so many people. So if you already have a dog, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're thinking about getting one, you definitely should. I hope that you will like and subscribe, and I am including a downloadable checklist so you can actually go through and check everything off. If you think I've missed anything, let me know and I'll add it on. And if there's anything you would like to hear about, definitely let me know. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.